My name is Michael Gordon White, and welcome to Candid Street. In this video, I'm going to continue on with my new series of videos called Shots to Look For. And for this video, I will go over capturing conversations while out shooting street photography. Let's get started. I like watching people deepen conversations, and this is always something that I will try to capture if presented with a situation. If you take the time to observe people talking, you will typically find some interesting gestures and facial expressions. It can often be quite entertaining. People are always so animated while talking, their hands flying all over the place, eyes focused deep in concentration of what the other is saying, or sometimes bursting out in gleeful laughter. I get such a kick out of trying to capture these interactions. It's also sometimes very funny to watch a third person listening to others talking, because they can also give off some interesting expressions. People deepen conversation while walking is also a good opportunity to make some great people shots while out on the street. Again, it usually has to do with hand movements, which adds gesture. But more importantly, I like to look for the expressions that people present that go along with what they are talking about. Gossip. People love to get together to gossip, and it can be hilarious to watch. Now, obviously, I'm never so close to be able to hear these conversations because it's usually so noisy out on the street. But sometimes you can usually guess what people are talking about. It's just funny sometimes. There are conversations happening as people are taking a smoke break, conversations of people who have just found each other in a crowd after being parted for a long time, or sad conversations as people are leaving each other knowing they may not see each other for a long time. And it can also be someone on the phone in conversation with someone we can't see. Conversations everywhere. But more importantly, picture-making opportunities everywhere. Pay attention and try to look for this. The reason I like conversations for trying to create a good picture is the emotion that goes with them. It's this connectedness and joy that I see all the time. It's just wonderful to see. I like trying to capture this joy, this emotion. It just makes for some nice human pictures. I like documenting humanity. That's what this is all about for me. I have an ongoing series, I've completely lost count, that I call Together. I love this shot. I see it everywhere. It could be two people or a group of people together, but they are usually deep in conversation, and it is usually a joyous thing to witness, or better yet, capture. I love people in all their unique differences and quirky mannerisms. It's an endless stage of opportunity to make some amazing pictures. I could spend the entire day observing just this to try and make some pictures and be completely satisfied. This is something that I don't necessarily look for, but I am immediately aware of it when I come across it, and I don't hesitate to try to get a shot. But it's the emotions in this kind of shot that is the main draw for me. The gesture. Again, as I've said before, try to go beyond just creating a snapshot. If you watch closely, just as I've explained when it comes to people walking, you will notice a pattern or rhythm to people's conversations. One person is talking, the other listening. Then it switches. But typically, when one person finishes, the other person reacts to what was just said to them. That's the time to be ready for, because there will usually be emotion or gesture involved in the reaction. This makes for a more interesting picture. It draws the viewer in. What's the conversation about? But you can also see emotions and expressions in the listener. Or there may be lots of emotion and wild animation and gesture in the person doing the talking. And this leads to hand placement again, as I explained in my last video called People Walking. People love to talk with their hands. I see this all the time, and it just adds some depth to the image. It takes it beyond the snapshot. And sometimes all this observation and emotion and gesture in people's conversation goes even further to what I call moments. But I'll save that topic for next week's video, so stay tuned. Okay, that's it for now. I hope you found this helpful. I hope I provided you with at least one more thing to be looking for while out shooting candid street photography. And if so, and if you learned anything new, please give it a thumbs up. And please share it with someone you may think would like to see it. And while you're at it, If you haven't already, please give that subscribe button a tap. It is greatly appreciated. Okay, thanks for watching, and we will see you again on Candid Street. Be safe and take care.